出会った夏を忘れない。そこは海と山に挟まれた小さな町。
Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our channel, Paws On Animation.
Today we're covering the anime Glasslip. Who's even heard of us?
We hadn't. And this slice of life anime centers around a group of longtime friends whose normal lives are disrupted by a newcomer to town, of course. Who has the ability to see glimpses into the future, and it sounds like it would change the course of this friendship's future and would be exciting for this anime, but it doesn't, and it isn't.
No, it's just nothing. And before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, notifications on future podcasts and more pause videos.
Yes, and thank you for your support, subscribing, and following, and joining us. We really appreciate you. So for those of you not familiar, like we weren't, it's a 13-episode anime that was produced by PA Works, and it's based on a manga that actually ran from July 2014 to December 2014, and a light novel series that had 3 volumes, and it starts off really, really great. You think it's going to be exciting, and not exciting the way you would have like a shonen, but exciting in the events that happen.
Yeah.
It starts off really great. Now we have to admit that. That's what got us into watching it. But first, let us tell you how we got a hold of Glasslip.
Yes.
Crunchyroll, well, I guess I should say Funimation. Yeah, Crunchyroll.
It is great. Yeah, it is Crunchyroll.
Had a clearance sale, and they were taking, I guess, the DVDs and figurines and manga and things from Funimation,
right,
and selling them at deep discounts. Now this was fantastic. This was like deals you used to get in half-price books. Anime series and movies were going for between $1, $2, and $3. Mangas were as cheap as $1, and we were so excited because we went ahead. We got 36 items with shipping for $38.
Yes.
And we were excited, except for 2 things. We never heard of them, and it was worth the chance because the price and everything was brand new. Unfortunately, people took advantage of it, and they ended up probably buying multiples and selling them, and that went away. So that's how we got Glasslip for $1.
Yes, and amongst this collection was many more, but this was one that looked really interesting to Mama, and this was one of her top picks to watch in terms of first trying out the DVDs. And it looked more like one of those slice of life type animes that she likes.
Yes, that's why I ended
up
taking it.
We put it in, and about maybe the first 3 episodes, we were engaged in what was going on. And the thing they kind of drop hints is that this newcomer is here, and he seems just like one of those characters that's just there to really cause a love triangle or something, and just because he exists. But you see he has this ability where he can see glimpses into the future, and it looks like they're sort of bad outcomes, and they usually involve our friends. So it looks like it was set up he's there to warn them or help prevent these things from happening, because they look like they could be really serious or even lethal. So we really wanted to see where it was going to go, how this affects their friendships. And after like the 4th or 5th episode, they drop it all together.
Well, let's let you know who the characters are quickly. Toko Fukami's is the main character, and her family owns a glass working business,
which they stopped using after a while.
And they live in a small seaside town named Hino de Hama, or Sunrise Beach, and it is slice of life. Not a lot goes on there. It's pretty quiet. It's a beautiful place to live. As Rascal mentioned, she hangs out with her 4 best friends at a cafe called Kazamichi. And during the summer break of their senior year, and they don't look like seniors, so you're kind of surprised when you find out, that's when they meet Kakeru Okikura, the one that we were mentioning, who claims that a voice from the future talks to him and has led him to Toko.
Yes.
Now, of course, he's a cute guy. And
they call him David because he's, I guess, attractive.
Well, when she first met him, she was doing her sketching, and she was looking at the statue of David, and then she saw him. And,
he was posed like it, yeah.
So what happens is these friends meet, And as always, there's some type of triangle going on, like in Love of the Sea. It reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah, coincidence, right?
There's another friend that's in love with her but hasn't told her and wants to tell her. But he has a sister that's in love with him.
Yes.
And then there's another character there who's in love with the girl who's called Bad Luck because she wears glasses and things go wrong.
Like, what?
And he wants to tell her that he loves her. And then Kakaru, aka David, shows up and he falls for Toko because he feels they have a connection, of course, because of the ability.
Yeah.
That he realizes that they both share the same ability. And then there's another girl in there that's the sister of the redhead guy who wants to tell Glasses that he loves her, that is in love with someone else and gonna get married.
See, it's really easy to follow once you have like a map.
Yes.
And how this plays off is that it looks like it was gonna be a seemingly simple yet complex slice of life type anime, which we've seen them do before with Odd Taxi and other things. And it's like, okay, let's see how this works out. And they keep showing these instances where Toko even started having glimpses into the future, and there were bad instances of things happening to her friends, like one got attacked by birds, one possibly get hit by a train because they have a lot of auto accidents in these animes. One was going to accidentally fall off a building, and it's like, well, how are these events going to happen? And we're thinking, okay, they need to find out when they take place.
And we thought maybe there was going to be some type of like psychological thriller part in here, but it's just a drama romance slice of life. It really is not a drama. They call it a drama, but honestly it's just slice of life and romance triangle.
That's it.
It never delivered on what it promised.
Nope.
After those 4 episodes, like you said, the first 3, the 4th one it started falling off, it got more and more boring, more and more convoluted, more and more disliking the characters, and then you just realized nothing was gonna happen, and then it was over, and nothing happened.
Heck, there was even an episode they had from second to last where it was taking place in an alternate timeline where Toko was the new one to town, and the one they called David had been there for years, and he was friends with the group that was her friends, and it reversed itself, and then even stated that this may be the event that was supposed to happen but never did. Like, they're experiencing 2 different timelines at once. Like, okay, why are we throwing this in here? You didn't even deliver on the other stuff you said. Now we're gonna throw in we're in a parallel universe thing?
Yeah, didn't make sense. Nothing made sense. After 6 episodes in, we were just watching and hoping it was going to change. We already paid for it. We said, okay, we've invested the time, we invested $1, and it wasn't from Tree. Let's go ahead and finish it. And we kept waiting and kept waiting and kept waiting.
Yeah.
Now, this is written by Junji Nishimura. Not familiar with this person. Maybe you are. If so, let us know in the comments. But as for this particular anime, it was terribly disappointing. It didn't deliver. And then we went online and started reading reviews after we finished. That tended to be the common denominator in the reviews, that it never delivered on what it promised. It ended up being boring and disappointing.
Start off great, but then
and it's beautiful to look at. On top of it, it's absolutely beautiful to look at. It's gorgeous animation. So it starts off great, seems interesting, makes you really interested. It seems fun, and it's engaging, and then it just drops off the cliff. And it's never rescued. And
falls into the ocean.
Yes, and that's it. So, honestly, if you've never seen Glasslip, we recommend don't watch.
Don't even bother, nope.
If you have, let us know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with us or do you not? Let us know what you think. And again, if you haven't, don't waste your time. Just do a pass on this. And there were a lot of anime that were between $1 and $3, and we've actually watched some that were really good. You'll hear more about them.
Yeah.
This one should have been free with purchase. Glasslip is a terrible disappointment. And again, I hate saying that because it's so beautiful to look at, and it seemed very promising the first 4 episodes, but it wasn't. So what you gonna do?
Right. Well, at least we gave it a try.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us and supporting us. We really appreciate your finding out about things we've seen, things we love, things like this we don't love so much, things we don't like at all, and we really appreciate your sharing these experiences with us.
Yes. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates and we'll give you his favorite anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Always.
Thank you so much for watching Rascal Entertainment.
And the Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.